We are on Birnam's bubble, this mysterious planet that the Wadenites, the followers of the god Waden, have been monitoring for a long time. This planet, while discovered a while ago, has been always protected inside a bubble. There is some kind of literal force field that has always been active on the planet, preventing any access to it. Above you, the shield is starting to splinter and fracture, and you hear these loud cracks occasionally as things are starting to get bad. So, this is where we rejoin after a quick break. Our adventurers here are making their way back over to the neighboring tower to try to figure out how to stop this catastrophe. I think we're headed out.
Yep. Sorry,
Autobots roll out.
No
which
time to
direction
rest.
is the tower in?
It's going to be east.
That away. Yeah. Team,
Yep.
I don't want to get
Onward and
crushed. Should we run away?
Obadiah, don't worry. Being crushed is not something that I think you have to worry about.
Yeah, you're big
We're
enough
going-
just to push that shield off of you.
I don't like this stereotype. Even I am vulnerable sometimes.
Obadiah, don't worry. We're going to run away towards the solution to the problem, and we're going to go see what's wrong with that other tower. So we can do your plan, but we can also do our the rest of us, the plan that we wanted to have.
I am aligned.
Well, let's get going.
I'll take the lead. Dave, feel free to take up in the middle.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Do you require more healing?
I'm practically dead. I'm on one leg. I'll make it.
I am so sorry. I thought that I had a means to heal you, and I apparently have miscalculated my inventory.
Could I carry days just so that they stop complaining?
No, I can.
Enough chit chat. Let's move.
All right, you start hoofing it to the east. Let's switch here. So, you start making your way to the east. You run out of the survey site. There's kind of a natural path here. Maybe it was once an ancient river or an ancient road or just a natural pathway that's formed in the jungle here. But you're able to start making your way eastward with pretty quick movement. However, as you get going and you start to make your way out of the survey site, things start to heat up. As you're going, suddenly you hear a shattering noise and you look up as you're running. And a huge fragment of the energy shield collapses down right in front of you. I need everybody to make a reflex save.
My goodness.
This
Who
is
put
highly
that there?
irregular.
Reflex.
Also,
Reflex.
follow-up question: have our hero points reset since
Oh, yeah.
it's the start of a new session?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
gonna
let it.
immediately spend my hero point.
Okay.
I'm actually going to do that too. It means you can reroll.
Yes,
Yep.
you get a
Yeah.
free reroll.
Can you remind me how to do a reflex?
Well, it's two better.
Oh,
yes.
so it's on
Oh,
your
here it
sheet?
is.
Yeah, on the left-hand side. Yep.
I wasn't able to see it until I asked.
Nice thinking, Isif.
So everybody except Isif has succeeded at this save.
This is what I get for going first.
I'm sorry, Isif. You are going to... Everyone who succeeded is going to take 2 bludgeoning damage as This thing has fallen near you, but not on you. Ice, if you're going to take 4 damage as you get caught by some of the debris smashing off this huge fragment before you.
Ow.
And I'm going to ask everybody to
Ouchies.
roll initiative.
Oh,
wow.
great. We have to fight this. At this rate, I'm gonna be dead before we make it there, y'all.
Don't worry, Day. I believe in you.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
Oh, no. Okay.
Here it comes.
All
Here
right.
comes the
all
boom. A
So,
We're
your
gonna
goal,
fight the bejesus out of this shard.
your goal is to make your way to the east as fast as you can. Now, every time you take a turn here, you are going to have to dodge and duck and weave and hide as the shield above you is collapsing actively. So I'm going to need either a
I just
acrobatics.
realized, I apologize. I forgot to hit the roll initiative button, and I just rolled perception instead. So
It's okay.
I'll
It's
just,
still, if you look in the
roll it,
combat
yeah.
tracker, it's still, yeah, there you go.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
literally
there
rolled
you
the
go.
same thing. Look at that.
Nice.
Crazy how that works out.
So you're going to be looking at rolling a way to dodge this thing, either acrobatics, athletics, survival. If you can make a case for a different skill that's very convincing, I'll entertain whatever. But you're going to be rolling that on your turn to try to make your way quickly and safely through this hazardous terrain here. The other thing is, because of your investigations into the survey site, you've learned quite a bit about some of the nearby barriers and how the tower is using natural energy, life essence from around it to power the shield. So if anyone wants to, instead of dodging and actively trying to dodge, if they want to try to do some life science lore, if you have it, a nature check or a religion check, you might be able to generate a kind of a protective magical barrier to give yourself and your allies a large advantage here in this kind of gauntlet run you're making. So that's something you can do if you want. But we're going to start off with Iseth deciding what you want to do. You can try to buff your allies with a check, or you can just try to get out of this alive and run for it.
I mean, buffing my I don't think I have anything that would be particularly helpul to my allies, unfortunately. So I believe Isef kind of looks around a little shaken at the shards of force field that have lodged into their shoulder, and they try to maintain their composure as much as possible, and they say, "I'll try and forge ahead. I'm going to find a safe path for everybody," and just takes off, and I'm going to rely on acrobatics to attempt to dodge things.
Okay.
So I moving up to my speed and all that stuff.
Yeah, you can move as if we're in combat.
Can I move just straight through this force field chunk?
Yes,
Or?
you can.
Okay.
You can move
So I'm
through
at
it.
10 feet.
Despite the devastation it causes where it hit, it's actually pretty thin,
Yeah.
so you can get past it pretty easy.
Okay, so that's one action. Do I need to spend an action to do the skill check?
Yes.
Okay. So then I will do another action to move forward. And then I will do an acrobatics check.
Okay. Whoa! You natural 20 that, so that is
Oh, okay.
that is absolutely a success. And you can, I guess, you double moved and right, and then rolled.
That sounds about right.
Okay, that sounds great. So I call that a success. Day, it's your turn.
Okay. So we rolled initiative. I am then going to attune in my favorite attunement, Photon. And I'm going to take 2 actions to Stellar Rush, which makes me move twice, and I gain a 10-foot circumstance bonus to my speed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I do have a question then, GM, because it is a stride twice, a Stellar Rush. Is it 10 on each stride or 10 total?
That is a great
It says,
question.
as it's written, it says you gain a 10-foot circumstance bonus to your speed during these moves. Because it is 2 strides. So I think I can do 70 feet of movement.
That makes sense. Rules is written.
I don't know what that means. I'll let you have it because I'm unsure. Maybe there is some errata about this they've published. To clarify, I could understand that as being, like you mean, you get this circumstance bonus to each stride, or maybe it's referring to a circumstance bonus to the whole situation of those moves. I could read it as either, but since I don't know, I'll let you have it because it's pretty cool.
Okay, so Day is like glowing with photon energy and just runs super fast across the field. That's 2 actions. We're rolling checks. I'm sorry, I'm a little fuzzy on what we're doing.
You can roll you're sort of dodging shards as they come down.
Okay.
You could roll acrobatics, athletics, survival, whatever
athletics.
else you think would work, if you can convince me.
Day is a natural athlete.
Okay.
Dang it. 15.
Okay. You start running and juke and doing your best. It is
Bleeding everywhere and running.
a trail of blood following you, but some good fast movement here. Zamir, you're next.
Yeah, Day, you may want to slow down if you're hurting so much. We don't know what's up ahead. And I'm gonna try to be as quick as Day. So I'm gonna move twice, and I will roll for athletics.
That's right. Flex on them.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Much
do your best.
more interested in my books.
Do your best to run around the bits of debris falling all around you. Bringing us to Obadiah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna kind of copy the pattern here. I'm gonna move twice because that doesn't get me very far. And here's a question. I have warfare lore, and I feel like I could roll that and kind of tell people, kind of maybe help my team, because I could give them some advice. Like, I've seen combat, I've seen ships falling, right? Don't you think I could, use that? If you're in a war and shit is falling all around you and there's explosions, I feel like
On the
this is sort of
battlefield?
similar. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
100%.
I'll let you try it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So Obadiah is going to go.
That was easy.
Team, good. This is a good suggestion. When you're running, if you look up, you'll see where things are, and try to avoid the area that those things will fall on.
I like the confidence of stating that it's a good suggestion at the beginning.
Yeah. And then rolling to get me something. Let's see.
Let's see here.
But dice say it's not a good suggestion.
Okay, you give it your best shot to trying to help your allies here. There we go. It's not bad. We'll see how much of an effect it has. But now it is time as another huge shard crashes
Oh,
down
why'd it have to fall right in front of me?
right near you. As the dominoes sort of are falling here, I need everybody to give me another reflex save. Yeah.
If somebody would like to roll if you can roll for me, that'd be pretty nifty.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll it for you here. Hopefully, there's not a lot I can do from my end.
Yeah, I found something that might
Okay.
help, but
It does say you are logged out, so hopefully that helps. Let's do a reflex
Yeah.
here for you here.
the timeout on Foundry side takes about 10 minutes, according to this thread I have found. The only other
Awesome.
solution is to restart the server.
Okay, can't do that now.
Yeah, I will just hope after 10 minutes I can actually join in.
Okay,
I'll keep trying though.
so let's see here. We got checks. Okay. Isif, you are fine. You are able to dodge out of the way completely. Okay. So Day, you dodge completely. With your checks. You take no damage from this. You avoid all the shrapnel.
Got like reflexes, boy.
You're out far enough that you've sort of gained enough distance that you're sort of in front of this when it falls. I think everybody else... No, Isif's fine too. But Obazai and Zamir, you're going to have to take some damage. Obazai, you're going to take full damage, and Zamir's going to take half damage here. So that's going to be 5 damage for Obazai and 2 for Zamir. As you get caught up in these shards here. And that brings us to the top of the order, to Isif's turn.
So, seeing everything, so the acrobatics check that I made, could I do acrobatics to assist my allies? Am I understanding that right?
Not to assist your allies. If you want to try to assist your allies, you can forgo sort of looking out just for yourself to try to bolster your allies in some way. You're going to want to look at making either a life science lore check, a nature check, or a religion check to try to
Gotcha.
draw on some of the natural energy around you to create a barrier to make it easier for you and your allies to avoid
I
taking
am
damage.
objectively terrible at those things, so I think I am going to stick with my original plan, and Isif, after a short circuit, is just going to continue running in a beeline, just about. Let's see here. There, 5, 10. I think I'm seeing the
So
outline
much
of
map
this,
left.
right? Am I following the rock, or am I on top of it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
You won't be able to walk through it, so you're
20
good.
and 25. And then I'll do another acrobatics check. So it's 2 stride actions, and then an acrobatics check at the end.
Sure.
Isif is just running and like tuck and rolling and just trying really hard to approach this with as much grace as possible.
Yeah, you do a pretty nice job. Maybe you saw Day running ahead there, sort of lit up, giving you some ideas about how to dodge and weave, because you feel pretty good about this section of the sprint here. That brings us to Day's turn.
So Day is gritting their teeth, blood dripping from some part of their body. I kind of see this cinematically, almost like they're running in photon mode. It's like glow of photon energy, gold in color, and then suddenly switches into a purplish, different mode, with switching over into graviton, because at the end of the thing, it cycles, and I'm going to Stellar Rush again.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep going.
Okay. Keep rushing
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah. And then I'll do the athletics check,
Okay.
because that is like my best skill. So might as well stick with it.
Oh
right,
yeah.
well.
Oh, it feels
Ooh.
good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. You are just absolutely blasting ahead here.
They just
Yeah.
don't want to die.
The threat of
Good
death
reason.
is
Get out of
a
here.
The taste did not
motivator.
taste good.
okay. You're feeling good about that. You surge forward. Zamir,
Yeah.
what do you got?
You know, Obadiah, if you can see these so well as they're falling, then maybe you can shoot them with your big gun. But until then, I'm gonna keep not looking up and double move, and then I'm gonna reach deep down into the magical essence around me and try to see what I can find.
So for an Arcana check, you it doesn't help you dodge any. But again, you are able to confirm that with the sort of right focus and the right skills, you could potentially create a kind of a natural energy barrier that would not completely protect you. I mean, the physical mass of these falling shards is what it is, but it could help potentially repel some of the fragmentation as it hits the ground, sort of protect you from some of the sort of tack-on effects of this crashing around you. But Arcana itself isn't going to be the check to do that. You're going to want nature or religion or maybe science, life science lore to try to lock that barrier in around you. But you make a bunch of forward progress, confirming that situation, bringing us to Obadiah's turn.
Yeah, Obadiah feels a little bit lagging because, she runs a little slower. So she's wondering, can she take 3 moves and just forfeit her check at the end?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So that would get...
But what are the consequences?
We'll find out.
Do it.
Hopefully the
Obadiah's gonna
consequences are
do it.
something that a
I'm gonna go
constitution check
3
can...
turns. Wait, is my thing 20 or 25? Let me check.
should be 20.
Yeah. Obadiah is a little on the slow side, wearing all that heavy armor.
Hey. Obadiah just, gonna do 3 turns and wish for the best. That
Okay.
first plan didn't work. Let's hope this one does.
Okay. It's time for everybody to roll a reflex save. Everyone except, well, it's going to be Zamir and Obadiah rolling reflex here.
I managed to
And
escape
another
it.
shard. Yeah, another shard crashes down around you. Okay.
So sometimes it feels like the shards are targeting me.
You're both going to take 4 damage.
Oh no.
This is working out for me because I would be dead by now.
That's good.
Listen, you've got a good plan.
Well, let's see if we can keep that rolling at all here. Isif, round 3, you're up.
Yeah, Isif looks over at the assumedly very haggard individuals next to them, and they say, Obadiah, Zamir, how are you holding up?
Not very well.
Well, we are almost halfway there. I believe in you, friends.
It hurts.
Here. I think I am going to... God, I mean, I am just objectively not good at nature and stuff. But I gotta try something for my friends, right? So I'm gonna take 2 move actions forward.
Okay.
And you said a nature check could potentially help my friends?
Yes, a nature check would be one of those checks that would help out here.
All right. I'm gonna do a nature check. ISIF, wholly foreign concept to them, trying to get in touch with nature and the natural energies around them, but they don't want to see their friends continuing to get hurt.
Yeah. You try your best to commune, but with the energy around you, but it is a bit of a foreign action for ISIF, and in the heat of this run, you don't feel like you really connect with anything here. So
Yeah.
hard to say. We'll see. Maybe Day
Nope.
can.
Day just runs. Again, this time cycling back into photon mode, so they go from gold to purple, back to gold, and just keeps on booking it.
Okay.
And I'll do the athletics check again. Where are we at? There
You're
we
so
are.
smart, Day. You're so far ahead of these falling
Oh, no.
shards.
Oh no.
No, I rolled an 8.
Hopefully there's not a
natural one on the
critical
die.
fail
Oh,
condition
man.
for this check.
Just watch out for that
I
tree.
trip and fall. I'm going too fast. I don't see the little pebble in the way.
I don't think you fall on your face, but maybe you stumble hard, or maybe you do fall, but you tumble through it awkwardly, come out running. But oof,
Like cats
it's
do.
tough. But you make good progress here. You're running fast. Let's see what Zamir's got this round. I feel it's gonna come up Zamir this time.
These shards do not feel good.
ISIF's words ringing in your head. I believe in you, friend.
I'm going to run on the border of this
Okay.
last shard. And then I am going to reach... Oh, wait, did you say religion?
Yeah.
Pray for less shards.
What about occultism?
Unfortunately, no. It's not gonna
And
help
what about
you.
physical science lore?
Life science
you-
lore.
You're on the wrong side of science,
Oh,
unfortunately.
no.
Oh no.
I care not for this stupid stuff. I continue on.
Okay.
Third action.
You're just hoofing it.
Hoofing it.
Okay. It's not. It's a not a bad strategy maybe here. Obadiah, what do you got this round?
I have a question this round. So, if I don't roll, can I still roll high enough to avoid the shards when I roll my reflex roll?
I'm gonna ask the GM to give away the secrets.
I don't. No, you can't. It's a basic save.
Too nice. You're too nice.
You
Everybody
know
try
what?
and
Actually,
find
yeah.
out.
I think you
You
could.
can critical succeed
It's
on
a-
a basic
yeah.
save.
You can't critically succeed on a basic save. So,
Oh, you're good then.
so,
You
yeah.
just have to roll 10 above
What
the
could
DC.
go wrong?
Many things. Death. It's just, at this point, do I want to take 5 turns or 3 turns? Are you guys gonna heal me if I'm about to die?
Dig
I don't
down.
know how much healing
I don't
we
know
have
if we
access
can
to,
heal
my
anyone.
friend. We used all
I
of
only
it on
got I only
Day.
got health for 2 more turns, so I'm taking all 3 turns and not rolling.
Yeah, I think running's the best option here. We're almost there.
Another huge piece shatters down amongst you all.
Come on.
Oh, I just needed to be down one.
Obadiah, if you just waited at the beginning, then the shards would have just kept following us and you would have been fine.
Oh,
I need everybody to make a reflex save again.
Yeah, I figured.
Here we go.
Let's go.
I feel like I should be able to roll fortitude.
Got a
Oh, woof.
I got a natural 20 for 27.
Oh,
That's a rough one.
hey.
So it's 1 on last roll, and 20 on the
Holy
next one. That's how this
crap.
game goes.
Okay. So, let's see here. Okay, everybody except for Day, who critically succeeded the basic save, gets to take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I get to?
Yeah,
You
it's a
are
privilege.
allowed to take 3 bludgeoning, suggested even. And that's going to bring us up to Isif's turn. Round
All
4.
right, let me throw something at you, see how you feel about this. In order to assist my allies, can I, while I'm running, like, I spend my action, look up at the sky, and try to predict the path of the force field chunks using piloting, and try to, like, send them the data to their comm units?
Calculating trajectories.
I don't think so. In the heat of this run, you're trying to gauge these things that are so high up and coming down so fast that it's hard to get the perspective and the depth of field to like judge real
Well,
hard.
I will
exactly.
point you to my quickened processor ancestry feed. That doesn't have any benefit to this exact like roll, but it says that my brain works better. So I'm just saying.
Given some time and some tools and a little bit of safety, you probably could. You have the technical skills to do these type of things, but in the heat of this run, probably not so much.
All right. Well, that was my only functional plan. So I guess you guys are on your own. Sucks to suck. So Isif is just gonna make a break for it because I can't really afford to take too many more hits either. We're gonna go with 2 move actions, straightforward, and then an acrobatics check to hopefully avoid the next thing coming down. Well,
All right.
I think Isif tries to calculate the trajectory of the force field panels, and they just get a little distracted and trip over some loose earth.
Yep. It's not the most graceful run, but you make forward progress. Day. You've you have your 9 lives here that you've been maybe cashing in. You've been doing real well so far.
Yeah.
I feel like we picked the objectively worst party composition for this specific one shot.
I think so. Stellar Rush, back to Graviton mode, and I'm off the map.
Okay. Why don't you
So
you can
win, right?
Well, we'll see. You can move yourself to the edge for sure.
Okay. I did
You
that.
still want to give me a roll here, one of these skills. Probably your athletics again, right?
Stick to athletics. It's my best one. Hopefully I don't roll a 1 this time.
Oh,
18
look at that.
Ones and
plus
18s,
7,
that's all it
25.
is, all night long.
Crushing it. Okay. Day makes it sort of to where the jungle path sort of narrows here. You can see ahead a kind of an opening that comes about just a little bit short of the tower, which is now looming large before you. Zamir, you're trying to catch up here. You're still keeping good time, all considering, with everybody, except for Day, who's just so fast. Fast as fuck.
Just occurred to me that maybe I'm running under the shards as they fall, and I should just slow my pace down. I don't know how
bold
silly
strategy.
that is, but nonetheless, I will
It could be
move-
tested, but you never know.
I will move 50, and I will roll to prepare myself.
I think you should try to catch one.
Well, I do have nature.
I think that's
I'm actually
wheelhouse.
I'm gonna roll to see if I can attune with nature around me
Okay.
to guide me and protect me.
Yeah, you try to harmonize, to draw the energies around you, much like the tower and the rocks you saw back at the expedition site. but you just find it hard to lock in a good, solid feeling connection while
Where
running
are
for your
we?
life.
This place does not make sense.
Obadiah.
Obadiah, after testing her strategy a couple times, enjoys it and has decided to do this.
If
Again.
it ain't broke, right?
Yeah.
Full sprint. Okay. I'm gonna need not Day, but everybody else give me a reflex save as
No.
another energy chunk
Oh,
crashes
I'm gonna
down
take a rest for a little bit.
pretty close to you.
no.
Okay.
Mine almost landed on the 2, and I was gonna throw something.
So Obadiah and Isaac, you're gonna take half damage here, but poor Zamir struggling with this run. So Zamir, you're gonna take 2 damage and only 1 damage to Obadiah and Isaac.
Oh, thank goodness. I was most certainly thinking I was dead.
And with that, you have made it out from under the section that was flaking off and falling to the ground. As you do, you come out to this sort of clearing. You sort of weave through these roads and make your way out to this junction. And again, farther to the east, you see the tower before you. It's pretty close now. And as you come out to this area, you find a small, clearly a wait-a-night way station. And it's been abandoned. You're not sure if there are others near you somewhere that you just can't see, or if they've gotten the alert also from Expedite 8 to seek shelter and safety. But you find this small way station here, and there are a couple of supplies here, including
Also,
Let's do
those
this.
force field shards, what type of damage were they doing to us? Was that
Bludgeoning.
physical damage?
Yep,
Well,
bludgeoning.
this is where I forget how the character works, and I actually have dermoplating, which gives me resistance 1 to physical damage.
Oh,
So
sick.
I believe I took 3 hits.
3
there,
hits?
So I'd have 3
Okay.
more hit points.
Okay. Yep, that's okay. You can do that. You can give yourself
Totally
3 back.
forgot. Totally forgot.
You do find a small... I don't know if everyone can open that. Can everyone open that?
I mean, I've played Borderlands. There should be like crazy guns inside.
Okay.
I think
so,
that is objectively how. Actually, it's all going to be white rarity.
Yeah, they explode out. There's little colored things everywhere. You do find this little way station, and there is a small first aid box in there, and it contains 3 med patches, which are 1d6 hit point healing items. So,
I'm not saying I need one, but I'm gonna snatch one immediately.
okay, yeah, there are 3. I'll drop one in
most
your inventory.
distress.
Can I get one of those med patches, please?
I feel relatively healthy for having the sky fall on me, so perhaps the rest of you could take them.
I have 5 hit points just for.
Oh wow, of course. Even the whole thing went by.
I started with 7, and then I took damage, and I was like,
Oh,
I'm just getting through here as fast as possible.
Oh,
Okay.
so smart.
Well, you did make it. I dropped those 3 med patches in everybody except Isaac's inventory, so you should have them. And you can cast
Okay.
them. Ooh. Obadiah,
Maybe
high roll.
Use it. Wait. Use. Oh. Oh, it's one. Sorry.
just
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
did you think it was
1d6?
just 6 healing?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh
fair.
no, you got a 6? How did you do that?
Hopefully you don't get punished
What'd
by
you
the
get?
dice gods.
hey.
Oh, hey.
There we go.
Hey.
Oh!
Yeah.
You guys just roll
Double
d6s?
sixes. Both of us did, yeah. Look at that.
Okay, I wasn't sure if
Beautiful
you
thing.
Look at that.
Looks like, yeah, everybody
Oh,
rolled
that's about
6s. That's great.
half health now. I can maybe do combat. Which
Oh,
I'm
look
sure
at that.
is not right around the corner.
Hey.
Perfect.
Oh.
Okay. I
Also,
don't want
Wayland
to-
Way Station sounds like a tongue twister.
I mean, I'm worried about aliens that are gonna jump on our face and put eggs in our stomachs. So
Different Wayland.
Oh, yeah.
you
So
can never be
you-
too sure.
Spend a couple seconds here applying these med patches. They're kind of automated little commercial systems that patch you up a little bit, and you all feel quite a bit better. And as you're doing this, you sort of can look a little bit further to the east, and you can see the next tower sort of looming large, not terribly far from your current position. Another short jaunt will see you there. You can tell clearly, I think Zamir had noticed this during his sort of investigations back at the other site. This one has a slightly different color to the energies around it that you can see from the one that was near you. Part of probably why they directed you to this one versus the one near you. Something is different here. But as you're approaching this, as you're sort of getting ready for the last trek of this jaunt, you see movement around you in the forest. As several mechanical entities zip up from the tower and start to surround you in the forest. They look a little bit like this.
Not friend shape.
Freaking chainsaw
yes.
arm.
The new Murderbot 10,000.
Yeah.
It's just a surgery bot, no?
I like that it can fly, but it also has treads like a tank on it.
You know, it's an all-terrain entity. I'm going to need all four of you to roll initiative.
I count 3, correct?
There are 3 that you can see.
Oh boy. They're flying at you screaming, orifice, orifice, orifice.
God.
I don't know if any of you have seen the premiere of hit anime Dandadan, but
I have
there's
not yet.
some pretty apt scene in the beginning of that.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's on my short list, but I have not watched it
The-
yet.
The first thought when I saw it was absolutely give me your weenie, which only makes sense if you've seen. You should watch it. It's so good.
Well, I'm going to check it out. It looked fun. Well, let's see if this, in retrospect, I'll see if this works out here. But this first construct, this little guy,
How
is
many
gonna.
of us rolled 19? Did we all roll a 19 on
I know,
initiative?
such
Oh my
good
gosh.
rolls. And then
Really
they rolled
did.
better.
Yeah, I
These are
did.
still moving fast. No, these things are flying. They're at least like 10 feet above the ground right now, and they're moving pretty fast, weaving all around. But they're moving in clearly right at you, flying in here to move here. Zamir, you're just sort of closest to it. It's kind of just going to target you. It comes up and it sort of stops flying, comes to a hover, and a small like burst of something happens at it, and then you see just this incredibly pressurized jet of water blast towards you.
Not scared of water.
Let's find
I
out.
think you should be.
Day, on the other hand, is not going to like that.
Okay, this is gonna be a 10 to hit against your armor class.
Not even close.
Not even close. Yeah, this jet of water.
I try to catch it with my mouth.
Whoa.
I
Shooting us with
realize
water
I'm
guns?
thirsty after that long sprint.
Yeah, I think in your favor, it doesn't come near your face and instead hits the ground right next to you. So you don't catch any in your mouth, but it also doesn't hit you at all. But it leaves a huge splash. It sprays up mist next to you and leaves a huge hole in the ground where the water has just hit.
My God.
So a little bit
Don't drink it.
scary. The next construct to the north is going to swoop in right here and is going to fire some kind of laser energy blast at Day.
Why? No. I disagree.
Oh,
I
they
challenge
have it.
you.
Oh, well, challenge a 13 against your armor class.
It misses.
Okay. Shot just goes wide. You're not sure. These things look a little unsteady perhaps in their flight. not calibrated recently, perhaps, but yeah, the shot dances around your feet. Bringing us to Obaziah's turn.
Technically, if we wanted to, we don't have to, but I believe in 2E, you can choose, if you tie with another PC, you can choose what order you go in. So if anybody wanted somebody else to go, if somebody wants to go first, then we can do that. I have no problems with the order as it stands, just, that is something within the rules of the game.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind going first.
I'm cool. You can go
You're
first.
the spellcaster.
I was thinking we should continue moving east as we fight these in case more come. But until then, I will shoot at the one that shot at me, and I will use a force barrage level 2, right? Because I can do 2.
2 action force barrage.
2 action, yeah, force barrage. What do I have to do? Just roll damage?
Yes, so this is a shard of
'Cause it
solidified
doesn't miss,
magic.
right? Kind of like
Automatically
magic
hits.
missile.
This is basically magic missile. So yeah, you're gonna just deal 1d4 force damage for each action you used. And this is you're spending 2 actions, right?
Yeah.
Now, did you move yet, or this is just your first 2 actions?
This is just my first 2, and then I was gonna move.
Okay. So what is the range of this? 120?
Yeah, no, I'll do 2 and then I'll move.
Okay. Yeah, you fire this off. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Let's go.
Very good.
Excellent. 9. Okay. Yeah, a strong attack. Smash this thing to pieces. It withers and crumples under your magical assault. So you've put one of them down almost right away. That's very good. Now, you did all tie. I didn't realize everybody rolled a 19. So
Yep.
yeah.
I can go next if I can just try to take out this one kind of to the west of us. If everybody's all right with that.
Oh, Andrew, I shot the one to the south of me. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's rewind time.
Yep.
It's back. No.
All right.
I gotta kill the right one. Boom. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So first and foremost, I'll pop it in. I am going to use mobile aim, which allows me to aim while I stride. And so I am going to stride down this way and aim at the westernmost bot. And aim is a little effect here. Bam. It's so I genuinely think it's really cool. It's very nifty to do that. That was all one action, so I am going to then just I think I'm just gonna fire. I believe this thing is well within my range. Yeah, range increment
Should
of
be
60
good.
feet. So we're gonna go with a first attack, of course.
Yep. It is going to miss, unfortunately.
That's all right. The dice are not with me tonight. I think I'm just gonna go for a second attack.
Okay. Big roll. Let's see. Yeah.
Slightly better. All right.
Now, the second attack doesn't benefit from your aiming, right?
I believe it's all of my attacks for this turn.
Is
I
it?
believe
Okay.
I'm reading that correctly.
All right.
Yeah, it's until the end of your turn, your range strikes against the
Excellent.
marked target. Yeah. So 1d6 plus 1d4. Man, that sounds
Okay.
about right. The dice are not with me tonight. That's okay. Isif, I think maybe a little more shaken by the sky falling than they initially realized. Very coolly says, "I'll take care of this problem," and then runs off and trips over a root, and first shot goes wide, and then the second shot kind of nicks it.
Okay, you got some damage though. It starts sparking, flying a little bit erratically, as you have already winged it once. Obadiah, or Day, I guess you guys can sort it out
No.
since he tied.
Go for it.
Sounds good. I think I'm gonna try to shoot. Shoot first, ask questions later. So I'm gonna shoot the robot to the north of me using my machine gun. Let's roll. How about
No.
Well,
Natural 1.
do you have a hero
Oh,
point?
no.
You can if you want. You don't have to, but you can re-roll it.
Did you already use your hero point earlier though?
I did not.
You didn't?
Let's do it. No,
Yeah, just the
I
two of
didn't
us.
use
Re-roll that
it.
reflex
I
save?
used mine, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't re-roll anything.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember who did that. That's great.
It does say
Yeah,
I
I
have
think
zero
it was me,
hero points
Isaac.
because I don't think it reset from.
Okay.
I used it the first time, like the first
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, we'll have to remember to give them back every time. But yes,
Okay.
no, you're fine then. You can go ahead and re-roll this attack. No map penalty.
Yeah, let's get another one on
With an
there.
11, that's going to
You
hit.
got 2 more ones on there.
All right, let's see it. For 3 lovely
3.
damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then let's see. That's
It's one action.
just gonna do another attack. I'll take the penalty. Just see what happens.
Ooh. You roll like that. That's
Well.
all you need. That is going to hit as well.
All right, for 7
go.
damage.
Awesome. Yeah, you find your footing, you got the big gun out, and you're just letting loose. You just got smashed up by shards, and you're not having any of it. This thing explodes in a shower of sparks. You've taken her down. Is that 2 actions so far?
That's 2. So I'm gonna move over here next to Zamir. There we go.
Protect me, big fella. I am a
Big
female.
lady.
My goodness. I did not notice underneath all that armor.
All right. As your turn's up, you see, you take this one down, it explodes as you blast it with your machine gun. And as you fall back towards Zamir, maybe walking backwards, gun out, scanning the perimeter, you see more movement to your north as another construct appears, flying towards you.
This one will die of natural causes before it gets here.
This one's going to move
Hopefully a
up
shard
here,
falls on it.
and it's going to fire at Obadiah. Some
Rude.
kind of laser gun. A 24.
The fuck? The other people get a 10?
Well, you know, that's how it rolls sometimes.
They
What
try
is-
harder when they see the big figure.
Yeah, you've proven yourself a threat. Now they're angry. What's your armor class right now?
It is just a few points below 24, like 6 or so below that.
It's not 10 over though. What is your armor class? I want to make sure I didn't.
Oh, it's 18. Yeah. you
Oh,
didn't-
okay. All right, that's okay. Yeah, okay. Just a normal hit. Let's see. You are going to take 2 points of fire damage.
Just but a scratch.
And then it's going to shoot
But I-
you again.
Oops,
Oh.
sorry.
Uh-oh.
That's screwed.
Second shot. Now this is a 15. So that's going to miss, right? Okay. Second shot misses. And that brings us to Day.
Finally.
You guys all rolled so high. It's so funny.
Well, I'm just going to move up a little bit,
Okay.
I think, to get within range. So at the start of the combat, I photon attune and draw or materialize my energy sword in my hand. And I'm going to move up a little bit if I use the right tool. And do that. And then I'm going to solar shot this guy that just came onto the thing in this northeastern section of the map. So
Okay.
Roll.
Ooh, very
yeah,
nice.
26 to hit. 19 on the die.
That is a critical hit.
Oh, yes.
It's
it-
the
you
day
know it
show
is.
today.
That's right, it is.
Day is
All
rolling
right,
hot.
incoming 2 times 1d6 fire damage.
Very
For
nice.
10 total fire damage.
Okay, yeah, this thing came in, and lucky for it, it got to do a little bit of anything to poor Obadiah because it gets destroyed almost immediately after that.
Isif in the
Stage is-
background very quietly just, I'm starting to feel feelings of inadequacy.
Well, we'll see. You'll get another turn here. Oops, sorry.
No.
I switched off turns, but it's still your turn.
It is. That was only 2. I can't really do anything. Yeah, I'll just move down a little bit
Okay.
to here.
Okay. Reposition
And that's my turn.
tactically. As you move down to the south, you
Don't
see...
tell me I step on a landmine.
You step on a landmine and explode. No, you see another construct appear, zipping towards you from the tower area. This one's gonna move in here.
This place had a pretty high budget for constructs, didn't it?
And it's gonna fire at Zamir. First attack. That is a natural 20 for a
Ugh.
critical hit.
Oh,
Woof.
goodness.
You are gonna take ooh, a min roll 2 damage.
Oh, thank God.
Wow.
So luck
thank
is
God.
Max damage.
still on your side here. However, it is gonna fire again. Second
Now it's
attack.
going to roll 1.
Not a 1, but a 9, which is a miss. So, say, could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Finally, the construct all the way to the west is going to move in a bit.
Yeah.
It's going to move right up towards Isif. It moves up. It's about 15 feet in the air as it closes the distance. And it's going to...
Ooh. It moved
Yeah.
up. Before it does, I'm going to use a hair trigger.
Okay, yes, that's right.
So I am going to attempt to kill it before it hits me.
Okay. Oh, 25.
Shoot it before it shoots.
25 is a critical hit. Critical hit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Not so inadequate now.
Yeah.
For
Uh,
6 damage.
damage.
Not
Think
huge
that kills
damage,
it?
but it's enough.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yes.
enough. Yeah, this thing, you see it coming in. It's a little laser attached to it. Its chainsaw arms chugging along. It starts to light up as the shot aims at you, and then...
I imagine Isif was trying to look really cool, and then shoulders slumped, was like, I'm starting to feel feelings of inadequacy. And then it starts coming at them, and without even looking, they just pull their gun up and fire a shot. And then,
You got a little bit of your mojo back there. Okay. It comes in, does a lot of nothing. Now, Zamir, you just got sort of an impotent crit. What kind of answer do you have for it?
Yeah, I was looking north and got shot from the south. But these things are weak. And I turned to it as I reached deep down and I incant my Eldritch Lance.
Oh. Okay.
And I will attack it.
Now, this is a mental
Cantrip.
attack.
It's a very strong cantrip.
23, that is a hit, not a crit. For 6. Nice. 6 damage. Excellent. Yeah, you blast it.
6 brain damage.
What does a Eldritch Lance look like?
It's just a shadowy bolt that flies through the air.
Awesome. Yeah,
I was
it
thinking
zips
like a dude
in
on
the
a
form of a
bicycle.
land.
Well, it lands. You nailed it. That's 2 actions. You still have an action.
Yeah. I guess I'll just activate my warp terrain
Oh, yes. And you could have done that at the beginning for free, too. We got to remember
of
the
where we're
So-
going.
difficult terrain for this creature. Excellent.
I spend 1 action reloading my pistol. So I am going to aim at this guy. Maybe.
Oh, hello, cat.
Why are you not? Oh yeah, he's been doing his thing.
Like got right up in there.
Oh
Familiar.
right. I can't select the robot with my aim because the layering of the
There you
the
go.
thing.
Now
There
you
we
can.
go. Okay, cool.
Forgot about that.
Let's see here. Yeah, what you guys don't know is that my cat about a half hour ago took the stinkiest shit. And that's what I've been dealing with this whole time. And then I'm gonna shoot.
21 is going to hit.
And why is my aim damage not applying?
Aim
Did I-
harder.
Apply I aimed on it, but for some reason I didn't get the aim thing applied. I see. Well, 6 and then I can roll a d4 if it's still alive.
Yes. Yeah, you can
Should be dead.
go ahead and roll d4. Precision damage.
Maybe. Yes. There we go.
So 9 total damage. Yeah, this thing is slagged. You guys have found your rhythm now.
Piece of cake.
Just
Let's
as
see
you
here.
clear the entire area of enemies, and you get a moment of reprieve. Whatever bots these were stop or seem to have stopped issuing from the tower at this point, allowing you further access to it as you travel east down the path. And as you rush down the path into the tower, you find a very familiar looking tower with this different kind of glow to it. You make your way up to this tower, you find a set of controls. Apparently some survey site has been here. If somebody wants to make a check of some kind to try to activate the controls, perhaps.
Should we be in another map or no?
Nope.
Not yet. Okay.
Yes, I will do a physical
Somebody has a
science or arcana.
Yeah, I think either of those will be okay.
Wonderful.
Well,
I can
not,
do
not
some
physical
performance
science,
and
life
pretend
science.
like I know what I'm doing.
I think life science or arcana would be okay. I keep wanting to say mysticism, but
No,
Would you allow society? Not really, huh?
let's see. I think probably yes. Sure. You can try to
Hey.
identify the rune stones
Yeah.
on this thing.
Can we
Yeah.
do? Did we say computers was an option?
Computers is an option. Yep.
Cool. I'm not good at it, but I'm really not good at
Oh
it.
no. Okay.
What is a computer?
Day, do you
Oh,
have
computer.
something you want to contribute to this in some way?
See, now the universe just flows through me. I don't have to think anything about it.
Okay.
But you could still roll a 20.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not trained in any.
You're not
of that
trained in any of
stuff,
these
so-
things. Well, here's the thing. I think Obadiah, you are able to identify a couple of the runes that you notice are the same as some of the runes you noticed at the other set of consoles at the first site. I'll tell you what, Day, why don't you give me a perception check, actually?
Here comes a perception. Public or
Private. Yeah. I guess we've been rolling these public.
It's blind or private?
Blind. Blind is just for me.
Okay.
It's just for me. It's not for the others.
I feel like it's a...
It was something. Day, you notice a piece of paper taped to the other side of the consoles that you weren't looking at. And clearly one of the other survey sites has been here. And has
kick me?
Written a bunch of notes about the runes on it. And Obadiah, you notice some of the similar runes to what you saw at the previous site. Coupling that with what you find on the sheet. And Samir, with your Arcana check, you are able to activate the tower. And there is kind of a... Exactly. There's a... You feel this like shock wave, but nothing happens. The air doesn't seem to move, but it sounds like the shock wave. You feel this pressure. And as you do, you see all around you in the sky a flickering as the energy shield above flickers and then disappears and then reappears slowly. And it seems to form and stabilize, some of the cracks and fissures in it mending together as you activate it. This tower.
Oh no, we're trapped.
Well, there are still some significant holes in it. But with the energy shield restabilized, you have time now. Imminent demise is not upon you. And the seeming inhabitants of this planet, of the bubble. Over the next several hours, the shield actually begins to safely dissipate, almost dissolving into nothing, as the magical energies that the towers held seem to wane and give away. And within a day, the force field that once protected, enclosed, and sealed off this planet dissolves to nothing, giving access to it to the greater universe beyond. You return to the camp, and the way tonight's cheerier return, the beings that seem native to these rocky creatures are also cheering and doing a little dance around. They seem excited.
Like Ewoks?
Exactly like Ewoks. Doing a coordinated dance with a lot of shuffling. You all partake in it. They take you back to their city, and they cook you their delicacies. And with the imminent threat disabled, you have saved the day and conquered the first scenario for Starfinder 2nd Edition.
The only thing I've ever completed as a player.
I mean, listen, when it's when it's supposed to be one session, like it really puts
Gotta
it into...
set the bar low, and you can accomplish things.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Well, I think
fun.
Yeah, a nice little intro, a little dipping our foot into some of 2nd Edition.
As previously mentioned, I think we picked the objectively worst party composition, but
It was all right. Look, having some healing would have been nice, but
Somebody with medicine next
somebody
time.
with life science or nature also would have been helpful.
well, you never know what you're going to get. Maybe that won't be at all necessary in the next scenario.
Probably
Or maybe
not.
it will be. We'll have to find out. The next one's pretty fun. I've been doing some prep on the next session, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
This
I'm
is the
looking forward
level
to it.
5 one, right? That's the next one?
Yeah, the next one is going to be a level
Excellent.
5. We're all going to pick. We can have some repeat characters appear, but I want everybody to pick a different character class to learn. Get a feel for what seems good.
Do you
And
want
we'll
us to
try a
pick
bunch
that
of these
now,
out.
or...
No, we'll talk about it in
Okay.
between. But everybody, thanks for hanging in there as we get a taste of this new system. Start learning the rules. Get to learn along with us here. And join us next time as we delve into the next scenario, level 5 scenario. See if we can skate through that. See if everybody makes out unscathed. And then we'll see what hangs out beyond that. So everybody, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.